we mentioned that the audio is not playing right now. That's going to be dubbed in after.
Yeah, editing is seamless in this show.
Welcome to show number 15, the terrifying camera live version. How are you feeling? Are you nervous about this?
Yeah, a little bit. Palms sweaty. My
Yeah,
knees are weak. My arms are heavy.
That's it. Give us a. Who's a good number 15?
Peter Crouch, one and only. Big Pete.
My favorite quote ever from a soccer player
It
is
is.
Peter Crouch.
Go on. Do you want to reenact the interview?
Yeah,
Peter, quick question. If you weren't a footballer, what do you think you'd be?
a virgin.
Have you seen his missus as well, though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah, good job, Pete.
It's probably because he's a really funny bloke, though, as well.
Yeah.
I genuinely would believe that. She's
Anytime a
hilarious.
guy makes fun of himself, he's far more likable.
Yeah, he was brilliant at Pompey.
Yeah.
Twice. He had 2 spins at Pompey.
Did he really?
They had him. Redknapp. That was when Redknapp first came in. He sold him straight away to Aston Villa for $5 million. That was the first thing Redknapp did, and everyone was like, oh, "This bloke don't know what he's doing, does he?"
Right.
And we got promoted. And then he came back when they were in like the Europa Cup and that. That was heady days.
That's right. The nosebleed from being
No
up so
one
high.
processed what was going on. That the fact we had more players in the England squad than any other club in the Premier League. And we had players that were being linked to Real Madrid. We were like, oh, we can afford their salaries. Clearly, this is financially managed very safely.
Yeah, the docs have been good this week.
Yeah. Yeah. 20,000 people. I wonder how much we're all paying for season tickets. About $5,000 each, I guess.
Right. You want to talk soccer?
No, let's talk about Game of Thrones quickly.
Right. Okay, yeah. I want to do that also. And then toss it tough.
All right,
and
sure.
then soccer.
Okay, sure. So we need to just preface this by, if you have not seen the finale of this season of Game of Thrones, you'll probably want to fast forward this for like 5 or 6 minutes, because we're probably going to talk about some stuff that may ruin it for you.
Right.
Go on then. Go ahead. You start.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Oh, I was very upset by the multiple stabbings received by Jon Snow.
I was like a little bit sad. Like
I was a bit gutted too.
It's one of those things, you watch enough of a show, it's embarrassing to say, but if it's a good show, you draw like an emotional connection to the characters.
Definitely.
And when they were stabbing him, and Ollie, I was like,
bastard.
what a
wasn't
little
it?
fuck.
I accidentally checked, like I pressed Twitter on my phone by accident when I was watching the episode on HBO Go, and I saw someone like, oh no, not Jon Snow. But I didn't know how they were going to kill him. I thought it'd be like in a battle or something.
Okay.
So I was
it got
still
leaked to
surprised
you.
watching him.
Yeah.
But it's kind of shady because...
I have a theory on it. I have not read the books. I'm not interested
Okay.
in reading
Fair enough.
at all. But I think the lady of the fire dart light,
Melisandre, whatever her name is.
yeah, I think that she's gonna bring him back.
Because we do know after last night's episode as well, it is possible for people to be brought back from the dead 100%
Yes.
in this show. What do you think about that guy?
Oh, Los Montaña.
He is a big boy, isn't he?
He's a big fucking dude. In real life, he's in those tough man contests.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
massive, isn't he?
Is he? I think he's like Icelandic or
Yeah.
something like
I
that.
think you're right. He's like 7'2" or something crazy.
Huge dude. Yeah, you don't need to act. You just stand there.
Yeah, he picks her up. Like,
yeah,
I'm,
like
I'm
it's
pretty
nothing.
excited to see what happens there with her. That's kind of crazy.
I'll go ahead and say it. Pretty nice body. Could have done without the haircut, but whatever.
So yeah, that was an interesting form of punishment, wasn't it?
Yeah,
A lot of
old school.
old school, yeah, medieval respect.
Some dicks came out too. Some
There
penises.
was a lot of flashing going on, very much a lot of flashing. That was interesting. But then, what do you make of old Arya going the old?
Oh, going blind. I don't know. She seems to have her own agenda of like the way she's gonna do shit. So I was a little bit glad to see her reeled in. I'm ready for a Stark, any fucking Stark, to catch any sort of break. Because they torturously seem like they're kind of close, and then they get fucking
Something
killed.
bad happens.
Yeah.
So if you had to guess now,
And what
Who-
happens
who's
to
gonna-
Jon Snow's direwolf?
yeah, that's exactly. There's a lot of stuff unanswered, like the kids in the woods. Just not going to mention them all season.
All season.
Living in a tree on their own. One kid can't walk. One bloke can only say one word, and then the other 2 weird ones that are dying.
Yeah.
And nothing. He's just hold on.
I would think it'd be an incredibly difficult show to make, in the sense that they've got like 7 or 8 well-developed plot lines
Yeah.
that they have to touch on, and anytime they fall short of, it's almost like every episode's like 7 little episodes.
I genuinely could imagine that when he turned this book to the publisher, and they read it, they came back to him and were like, so no mention of the kids? And he went, actually, I am saving them for the next book. I did that intentionally.
Right.
He goes back, checks his wall, and his
shit.
notes down the bottom are all about the kids, and he's just been working up here,
Right,
just ignoring them. So, but yeah, that'd be a tough book to write.
For sure.
That was a long Game of Thrones. So, explain for the one listener not in Tulsa what Tulsa Tough means.
I don't actually know what it means. I know what it is.
What it is. Explain what it is.
Yeah, it's like it's professional bicycle racing, and I would say non-professional bike racing as well. They have all cats.
Yeah, they have all cats.
But yeah, there's several courses around downtown, and then oh my god, on Sunday they take it to this hill that's just south of downtown, Crybaby Hill, and you don't get to remember much of it. It's just the world's large. It's a huge party.
Yeah, it's insane.
Oh, it's incredible. It was under the sea this year. Did you dress up at all? I believe I saw you.
Dressed up as a human.
Yeah.
Subpart semi-professional soccer player in real clothes is what I went as.
I did the thing. I had flip-flop. I had the flippers on, and I had a
Oh, you did have a snorkel with you, didn't you?
I had a snorkel that I had turned into a beer bong. Yeah.
Good for you.
Well, you know, Oklahoma has 3.2 beer for our one listener that doesn't know that, which is stupid. So my favorite way to drink a 3.2 beer, and I'm not ashamed to say this, is from a beer bong. It goes down smooth. Boom, 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 done.
That's
You're not gonna sit
kids.
You're not
If you're
gonna-
listening, that's a top tip for you.
Ava, earmuffs. But yeah, great time. I was dicking around. I managed to make my way up to the DJ stage for a little bit. And,
Yeah, I saw you getting led around. You weren't really walking freely, were you?
I don't know what that means.
You had someone ushering you through the crowd.
Oh yeah, it's my minder.
Yeah. So you also took a compatriot from the team with you as well, didn't
Yeah, I brought Santi Rivera. I mean, he lives in the stadium, so I figured it'd be nice for him to get off of this property for a
you?
little
How did
while.
it feel for him seeing more than 22 people in one go, usually?
He fucking loved it. He had a great time. It's been a big week for Santi. I got him a big splash pass. I tried to explain to him that it's trash watching. It's just like people watching, and there's some real scums. I was like, personas, sucio, basura.
And what did he understand?
Oh, yeah. Well,
He loves it over there, though, probably, doesn't he?
You get the, yeah, he's there right now. I'm sure it's raining. He's still over
He's
there.
still out there swimming his
Swimming
little
laps.
clumping heart out.
He's got a little life vest on, swimming out there.
Pretending to be a lifeguard. Our lifeguardo.
Exactly. And then on Saturday against Wichita, he got kicked in the face, so he has this like big black. Like his eye was swollen shut yesterday. He was like, "No, no,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to go in front of people." Of course, said that in Spanish, and I was like, "No, no, you need to see people." It's like, this is gonna help me talk to girls. You're like a puppy. But yeah, and we played a game on Saturday. I got chucked out. It was my first time as an owner. I've been chucked out of a game.
That was good.
Yeah.
You want to tell everyone what happened?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say our team's fighting spirit is still pretty good. But I just wanted to join in. The ref gave up one of Kaspar's a red card. And it was stupid. He had cover. He wasn't the last man in case going in from an angle, and he had cover. So, yeah, I had to go. Fuck it. You know, it's like, as far as I'm concerned right now, the more fires around here, the better. Like, I want to see people that are fighting and pissed off and hate where we're at, and the more
You just have right now.
the more hate of our present situation we have, the better. And
Yeah, for now it's kind of you just ruin other people's pies.
yeah, I hate. We've had such good times down here, like, and such an immense amount of success that the whole newness of a struggle is different. But I've always been in the camp that the more miserable bastards you have around when you're losing, the better, because it just represents that people are still
Tough.
switched on and wanting the situation to change. So, yeah, it's gross and weird and awful down here, and we all hate each other, but in a family way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whatever. We're not the only team in the league that's going through it. So
No, and sometimes it's good because you can learn what you need for next year. If you're always getting it right, you don't know what it is to get it wrong.
right.
And right now, that's what's being learnt. So
Some interesting soccer results. You want to know the favorite stat that I heard? The U.S. has not lost a game since they arrested FIFA. Go USA.
that's good.
Yeah. The men's team beat fucking Holland and Germany.
Yeah. Away as well.
Away.
Going to win the World Cup, aren't they?
Uh-huh,
Put your money.
of
That's what
course.
smart money
exactly.
is.
Smart money.
Have you seen Brazil haven't lost a game either since the World Cup? They've won all 11.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they beat Peru the other night. Did you see what Neymar was doing to the Peruvian players?
No.
Flicking it over their heads one way, and they would turn around, come back, and
He
they
was just-
flicked it over the other way.
Oh. At that
But
level,
they had to score in the last minute to beat them.
That's what I heard. I heard they left it really, really late. And was it Neymar that scored as well?
He scored the first. Costa got the
Oh,
winner.
okay. Okay.
And speaking of Diego Costa, possible strike partner next year being Radamel Falcao.
Oh, I heard Charlie Austin too. It's all flying around.
Austin's Newcastle bound, I think. I think he'll go to Newcastle because Shearer got involved with that this week, saying that he thinks that's the right move for him. So you could see if you're Charlie Austin, Alan Shearer's asking you to go play for his team, you're probably a little bit interested.
Yeah.
I would be.
Sure.
That'd be motivation to go there.
Yes, sir.
So we'll see. And then obviously Sterling's being linked to this huge swoop that Man City's meant to be doing.
It just seems like the perfect buy for City. And I mean that in the sense that, like, you talk about it all the time, how they're all just a bunch of, what's the term that you use to describe?
Mercenaries.
Yeah, they are. And he's not going to,
No.
wear the badge proudly.
There's a few. I'll give
Give me
you know,
my money.
Zabaleta and company in that, and Aguero. I believe that they are.
Yeah.
But like some of them who come and go really easy. Like I doubt Mangala really feels it. You know, obviously you don't know, but a guy like that who's a highly touted young centre back.
Well, you look at like Nasri and
Yeah,
Yaya Toure.
And Nasri's
it's
been
like-
public before about how much money he wanted. So, you know, but they've been linked to essentially a group of former Premier League players in the Kevin De Bruyne, they're apparently hot on. Pogba, who everyone is after the season he had.
Of course.
And then Sterling as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, who out of them do they really need? Pogba's the one they need because Touré's getting a little older and you need to put someone in there with him because they relied on Lampard a lot this year. You wouldn't have thought they'd have played him as much as they did.
He came up trumps for him for what they asked.
Yeah, definitely. So that's a big deal. So there's always that to consider as well. But I see Arsenal there. I think Arsenal's going to be signing Czech, don't they, as well? 11 million. But Czech would be a good signing. Get 2 good years out of him at least.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just like us signing, second-tier dude. Wanted to do first-tier things with second-tier players.
What do you think Arsenal need next year to push on to win the league? Because Jack Wilshere, if he
Pogba?
played...
I'm serious, and it's fine to laugh, but we can come up with the exact same money that the other clubs.
But they
can
won't
come
do
up-
it, though. They
but
already
won't do
said
it.
they pulled out Sterling's thing when Liverpool, 50 million plus.
Yeah.
But, I don't know about whether Arsenal have got the legs next year to win the league.
And I understand the Sterling thing. With a player like Walcott, when the number reaches a certain amount, the amount that you're gaining for the amount more that you're spending with what you already have, that
Diminishing returns.
yeah, exactly. So it's like, why would we pay this much when we can get 15 million out of Theo on the field?
Yeah.
Why would we pay 35 million to get 10% more, or 40 million to get 10% more than that?
Arsenal need to do something about that back line. They need to get, because I've never been. Koscielny and Mertesacker as a pairing in the middle seems so hot and cold about how they're going to do. I mean, the midfield's fine.
Right.
Probably do with a world-class striker, and that's hard to come by because there's not many.
Yeah.
That's why they're world-class. And the money it takes to do that is another problem they have in the sense that, like you said, they got it, but Wenger's got a theory in his head that he knows what someone's worth and he'll never pay over the odds for him.
Yeah.
Which might not be a bad thing to go by. I mean, you're always going to be sound, but every now and then you need a gamble to do something silly to pay off.
And agreed. One of my favorite signings for Arsenal, this is going to sound silly, I loved the Andre Arshavin signing for what it represented. We liked a player, we overpaid for him, and it didn't work out. But what that does in the market is it makes you a viable candidate when it comes to players. It used to be like we were just doing other teams' scouting work for him. We'd get linked with a player, and then all of a sudden, Man U, Real Madrid, Chelsea, they're like, thank you for
Making us aware of this
making
guy.
us aware of this guy. We'll give him real money now. Thank you.
Because
I love that signing, and it didn't work out. Arshavin, it didn't pan out. But what it did was, it was like, we want this guy. We're gonna go get this guy. We got this guy.
Yeah, I liked one of the things I was going to say that is a good positive for Arsenal fans is Jack Wilshere. If he can play like he played yesterday for England next year, Arsenal have a real good chance if they can get Czech, a real good chance of winning the league. Because I mean, that guy yesterday was phenomenal. His 2 goals were unbelievable, mate. And so they've got that going for them, which is nice. Speaking of Jacks, Jack Grealish, Aston Villa star, was found. Philip can find these pictures and put them on the podcast page. Was found paralytic in the streets in Tenerife. He's gone on holiday with his mates and had one too many bevies and fell asleep in the middle of the road in daylight.
Woke up with a penis suntan from his mates putting sunscreen on.
So yeah, he was in a bit of. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble when he gets back because all the footballers go on holiday now, don't they? So you start to see all those things with them away.
I never understood what Spain and Greece were until I lived in England.
Yeah, hotbeds.
It's where poor English people go for holidays. It is like they're like, oh, where you going? Where you going, Balaraki?
Well, also you can throw in there Bulgaria now as well. A couple of my mates went to Bulgaria this weekend.
Okay.
£60 one of them paid for his own suite all weekend. My mate told me on the phone it was bigger than his house. £60 for a weekend. But downside, run by the Russian mob.
Right. It might turn out like the movie Hostel. You don't know.
Bit of give and take. You can have nice, beautiful big bedroom, big bathroom. Might wake up in the morning missing a limb.
But yeah, for the Americans who don't know the English way of life, I would equate Spain and Greece to Galveston or like some shitty parts of Florida.
Yeah, Galveston to me when we went down there and played down there.
It's a beach.
Words don't surmise
Just barely. It's
brown
a beach.
frothy water.
It's a beach like Weston Supermare.
But yeah, anyway.
New NASL team was announced. Puerto Rico's back. Not as the Islanders, as Puerto Rico FC, although they're still orange. Probably going to wear the same kit. Just switch the patches up.
It'd be good.
But that was interesting. And Maldini bought a team in fucking Miami. That's a couple weeks old.
Him and Beckham going to be going head-to-head, aren't they? Is that Beckham thing ever going to happen?
I've been saying for the longest time, I don't see how it can happen.
How does he back out of that, though? Just never talk about it ever again. David, any comments on Miami?
I think at some point he's got to just eat it, right? I mean, part of his deal was he got the discounted $20 million rate for $20 or $25 million for the franchise fee.
Because he is hurting for money, and that's considerate of them.
Right, exactly. Which is smart business, though, going
Why
in.
would you give David Beckham a discount, but like a team like, say, Minnesota United?
Yeah,
build your fan base. We've been working on it for years. Nope, 25 million.
Yeah, we're going to need the whole $100 million off you little guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got my Hereford jersey on today.
It's nice.
Which camera is it, Philip? This one. The least menacing badge in all of sports. It's just a very docile cow.
We talked about the Bournemouth badge as well before. That's quite a good one too. Of the is it a woman, is it a man heading the football?
Oh, I thought she was combing her hair.
There you go. See, could be a possible L'Oreal commercial as well on their chest. They've been linked to
hashtag L'Oreal.
Because worth it. Is that saying?
Yeah.
It is. Thanks, Philip. Philip knows he uses it.
A nod and a smile from the gaffer.
Off camera. Oh, Bournemouth were linked to someone huge the other day that they wanted to bring on loan.
Good.
Oh, well, I say huge for them. Ricky Lambert.
Okay.
But you could see him going down there.
Of course, he
doing a job.
He played at Norwich.
Lambert did?
Southampton.
Yeah, he played for Scummers and he played for not Tranmere.
Ipswich. I'm gonna make up.
He played for another team.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Anyway,
Bristol City. Sorry, go ahead.
But Lambert, they're talking about getting him on loan. But that's what you need, right?
Yeah.
You need a guy like him. So if you're Bournemouth, right? Who are your other loan signings? You try and make. Now I know this is on the spot question, but who do you try and make? Who do you go for?
Oh, that is on the spot. Peter Cech.
Peter Cech.
Because I don't want him
Scupper Arsenal still.
Exactly.
But do you go to a club like so? Arsenal let Diaby go this week.
Yeah,
he's walking sick note. But would you try and sign him for a year?
I think you have to look at guys like that. You got to pick up the scraps of.
Glenn Johnson got released by Liverpool. Did you try and sign him for a year?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I think you build your team with what budget you have. What is it? My favorite thing. What is their stadium seat like?
11,000. You want to make a bet right now?
You know-
Bournemouth sell out every game.
You know who
Membership.
else's stadium seats 11,000?
Ours.
All right.
Left arm only.
Exactly.
Right arm don't get up there.
Oh, we should talk about that. Our man Socerdelphia here suffered a pretty bad separated shoulder during the Houston Dynamo under-23 game. It was pretty gruesome. You could tell.
Apparently, if someone holds onto your arm while you fall one way and they fall the other and they spin round onto your back,
Yeah.
your arm comes out.
Click.
Who would have thought?
Right.
And I watched the video and I was like, that guy could have just let go at any point. He would I was going sideways, definitely not getting the ball, mate.
Right.
Nowhere near the goal. I'd love it if you'd let go of my arm.
Yeah. No. How's it feeling?
Sore.
Yeah.
Range of motion's getting there, but yeah, obviously.
You're a tough
done
little
for the
bastard.
year.
You know what I was most impressed about? Well, one, Wayne calls me because Wayne took you to the hospital, Wayne
Mm-hmm.
Farmer, and he says, "Mate, we may have to cut the jersey off Stevie," which to me was funny. It rubbed me the wrong way because I figured that it had already been done, and Wayne was calling to tell me that it might have to be done, which is like, whatever. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if my good friend and player is needing to have medical attention because of the shirt. Burn the fucker off. I don't give a shit. Don't call me for fucking permission. You could cut it off with piss, and I'd be like, fine. I'm not.
I would not be okay with that. But
Yeah, I wouldn't be offended if it were removed with urine. Stevie has a separated shoulder and some jellyfish stings. How we get this jersey off of him?
double whammy.
Piss it off him. Yeah, and then he calls back. He goes, "Yeah, mate, never mind. They got it off without having to tell you." And I was like, "Ouch,
Really
ow."
fucking hurt.
Yeah.
He was the nurse. So what was funny? Give Wayne credit. Obviously, he drives me down there, and I walk into the ER and everything. And obviously, if anyone's ever had a dislocated shoulder, the more you sit down and don't move, the more the muscles start to tense up,
Throbbing,
and the
yeah.
more it really starts to hurt, and the pain starts to go. I would describe it as exponential.
Yeah.
And
Looking at 9s and 10s.
yeah,
Right.
so Wayne, bless him, is trying to talk to me and distract me, but it doesn't work because before he started this, he goes, "Oh, I'm just trying to distract you, mate." So it don't work. So then he thinks the best thing to do is to come up to me and start pulling my leg hairs as I'm sat there on the bed.
Oh, to give you
distract
some
me,
other
mate.
pain,
And all that
yeah.
made me want to
Thanks,
do
man.
was
Just kick
kick
the
him
fuck
in the
out of him.
face. Yeah, because my legs were working fine. But
Oh,
they
bless him.
I had 2 IVs put in to try and give me painkillers. And he blew both veins, both times he took, which is why I have the bruising. Which is so. Then he was like, "Sorry." So he says. Then the bloke goes, "I have to go get another IV because I used the 2 because obviously they bring one in case they get it wrong to fix with the second one."
Right.
So I'm still waiting on pain meds. Finally comes back, puts it in. Don't have the pain meds. Goes gets pain meds. Don't work. Both of them.
What, they just missed your vein?
Just didn't do anything for the pain. Nothing.
Oh, really?
So they're telling me they're going to knock me out, which I'm thinking, brilliant. Knock me out because I'll be out for ages before they
And
put
then
it
they
back
bring
in.
the
I won't
mountain
know.
from Game of Thrones, and he's just gonna punch you.
Squeeze my shoulder into place. But then he goes, 2 residents come in. They go, "Actually, we're not going to put you to sleep. We're going to use an ultrasound, and we're going to put a needle of lidocaine in your socket,
Okay.
and we're going to inject painkiller into the socket." That took about 20 minutes for him
Oh,
to come in and do it.
fuck.
So he starts playing with the ultrasound, and he finds it, and he brings in a needle. Needle's about this big. Goes, pop, right in. The bloke holding the ultrasound. Meanwhile, I'm on the bed, kind of like this, because the one bloke over here is starting to put the painkiller in.
Right.
The other one's got my arm over it. I'm just starting to sink slowly into the bed like an old man. Start to just cramp
Like
up.
train
Double-
spotting?
Yeah, like in train spotting. Seriously, when he just falls through the floor. That
Right.
was happening to me in the bed. And he goes, "No. That's his bone you're scraping with the needle." And I was there going, and he started, as he started to put the painkiller in, I started to feel so much relief. All I did was sob, like tears, for no reason. Just start coming out my face. And then they swap sides, and the doctor grabs hold of me. He's going, "Just gently rocking the arm." And all of a sudden it just went,
Clock.
popped
back
in.
there.
And that was
Well,
it.
I have a confession to make
Okay.
because I thought it would be funny to film a little bit while you were in immense amount of pain when the lady was in the dugout putting it around like that. For the show, obviously.
Anything for the viewers.
Anything for the viewer. And I filmed about 10 seconds, and it wasn't very funny. I just felt really bad about what I had done.
What we should do, though, is we should take a commercial break now and put that clip in there. All right?
Done deal.
Good deal.
Done deal.
Yeah, my left one. But I had to put this slip back in.
Oh, Stevie, I'm so hungry. Again.
Me too. We always get hungry doing the podcast.
What do you want? What do you want to eat?
Something associated with the Jewish culture in America, possibly.
Or shutouts.
Oh. Explain that to me.
Well, a bagel sounds delicious to me.
It does sound good. Oh, the zero shape of it represents
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I fancy I could go for a bagel too.
But I'll eat a menorah if you're hungry.
Don't know what that is.
Oh.
I know what matzos are.
Oh. Menorah holds the candles.
Oh, I couldn't eat that. It's metal.
Okay.
Let's go back to the bagels.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know a good place we could get bagels?
Yeah, I know one that's sort of head and shoulders above the rest. What were you thinking?
I know a place that's really good too. What's your place called? Say it on the count of three.
One,
2, 3.
three.
Old School Bagel Cafe. Ah, it's the same place.
Same place.
How can we not? Left arm.
Left arm fives.
So, where is that place that we just said?
Well, there's a new one that's under construction now near Mahogany Steakhouse off of Yale.
Okay.
But the one that I know of is on Brookside at around about
36,
37.
Yeah. Yeah, it's delicious with the drive-through as well, conveniently located to the side of it. What's your favourite bagel from there?
I just eat whatever the fuck Q tells me to.
His bagels are delicious. I personally like the Javieras Rancheros breakfast bagel, and I also like the Cubano bagel, and their chocolate chip cookies is delicious. They're the best in town.
And they'll understand what you ordered because Javianos is not a word. Old School Bagel.
Old School Bagel Cafe. What up, though?
Welcome back to the show.
That video was just the only thing that scared me of that video more than my arm out of place was how white and how high my shorts were.
They
White thighs.
They reminded me like when you go to Reese's, like the chickens there.
You know what? I was so gutted though because I come on and I was thinking, fancy a goal tonight. I sat on the bench with
think
Matty
you-
Rogers going, I'm well up for this, mate. I'm about to go flat out. Just give it
You
everything.
did too. Fucking, you really put on. Poor
What a way
bastard.
to end your season.
Poor bastard.
How'd you do? I had a really promising 90 seconds.
It was in the first 90
I
seconds.
literally
too.
ran the length of the field. What's alarming is I probably still covered more ground than some players that night. Zing!
Buzzing.
Anyway,
Oh,
moving on.
shit. Here we go.
So you had a good phone call about some stuff today?
A weird phone call, yeah. I get these letters and phone calls every now and again from clubs from all around the world, and this guy that runs a men's league team here was like, "Hey, do you want to play Leon from Mexico?" And I was like, "When?" And he goes, "In 10 days." And I was like, "Well, 2 days before we play Liverpool back to back, and then we play Fort Worth on a day off, so 4 games in 6 days. Yeah, we're in." So, yeah, as of right now, and I've got to get some paperwork sent over to them and their Presidente.
El Presidente, I'm assuming. His
Yeah.
role is good.
Yeah, the El Presidente.
Okay.
The president.
Neat.
So, yeah, I got to get some shit over to them. And, yeah, hopefully another little bonus friendly to Liga Mex sub-20 teams. So, yeah.
Tulsa apparently is becoming the hotbed destination for youth development programs out of Mexico to come play.
Absolutely.
How about they loaned a few players this way then as well?
You know,
Any danger?
Yeah, exactly.
So that was good. Oh, I had an interesting run-in with someone today.
Go on then.
So, at Tulsa Tough this weekend, I was fortunate enough to receive these little black cards from a brand of clothing that is extremely expensive that could also be called Moo Moo Lime.
Okay.
We're not going to say their full name because they're not sponsored the show or associated with us in any way. So,
I don't even know why. You've called Don Garber a pillock, and now you're afraid to say Lululemon.
You said it.
But you sue me.
So anyway, got given these water bottles and this little black card, and it said just to come to the Lululemon store in Peoria, right?
Yeah.
So I go down there today, and go in, give them the card. They go, you can have anything in the store free. 2 items, they said. How's your luck? I'm thinking. Well, it's not that good. My arm's out of place still. Little bit upset. I'd rather give a pair of leggings for a good shoulder. Well, she goes to me, oh, that's Brody over there. He'll help you with all the men's stuff.
Of course his name's Brody.
That's what I was thinking. His hat was on backwards as well.
Of course
I've done that.
it is.
I've made that mistake. But we've all made that mistake, right? Anyway, so moving on. Walk over, get talking to him and everything. He's like, help me out, whatever, show me all this and that. Because I don't shop there. I don't know. And he goes...
that actually surprises me a little bit. You
understand.
seem like the type.
I go in there with my wife, but I don't shop there. But he's a really nice bloke and everything. Get chatting. He just moved in from Seattle. I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, play for the Tulsa Roughnecks. And I think I had this feeling in my stomach where, you know, you really don't want to like the person you're talking to or
Right.
appreciate that they're really nice.
Right.
So I turned cold on him immediately for no reason.
Oh, really?
And I felt terrible because I just completely ignored him while I'm looking through these shorts. And he's talking to me. And in the end, I felt so bad. I had to get up and keep talking to him normally because I couldn't act like it. But he was a really nice bloke, and I felt terrible about it. Doesn't mean I like the club or what they did or what they stand for.
I'm sure they have nice kids that play for them.
What they call him? Pawns. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He's like in their game. But he's a really nice lad, bless him. But he was talking about their interesting situation there and players and formations and positions and stuff. But he was a really nice bloke. So that was my interest in running the day.
There you go.
Not as good as yours, obviously, because I just got a pair of shorts out of it.
Free.
True. Yeah, they're nice as well, I'm telling you. They are the best shorts. I can understand why people don't like them, but go and try a pair.
Nope. Nope. I'd rather wear cardboard pants.
So I had to actually apologise to Bradley, our centre-back, because last year he turned up to training wearing Lululemon shorts, and all I did for the whole session was abuse him for wearing Lululemon shorts.
Yep.
And he just kept telling me, dude, they're comfortable, so I had to apologise to him.
Yeah, here's another interesting point. Aren't you and him injured right now? Lululemon makes people injured at sports. Sue me.
That's a good claim. I like
All right.
that one.
Not a good commercial for you.
So tomorrow night you have a road trip to go on.
Yeah, we are in Joplin, or as
Joplin.
Santi calls it, Joplin.
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 Well, the French call it Joplin.
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 That's a short for Jean-Pierre Papin.
There you go.
Joplin.
There you go. I like that. That's what they used to call him, is it? In the change room back in the day.
Oh, Joplin.
What they call Michel Platini? What was his short name?
What?
What did they call Michel Platini? What was his short name?
Oh,
What would they have called him, do you think?
Michelin tires.
I don't know. Or Jean Tiganard. What do you reckon his would have been?
Can we stop this?
Jean Tix.
Jesus Christ.
So back to going to Joplin.
Yep, we're going.
So who's you? So obviously the playoffs are looking a bit of a stretch right now, aren't
I
they?
would say, yeah, although yes.
So you need San Antonio to kind of just disappear, really, don't you?
Uh-huh.
So if by some sad, obviously unfortunate series of events where the whole city of San Antonio fell into the ground,
Or they're just their team lost all their games.
yes,
They tied Fort Worth.
okay.
It's a start.
To be honest, the luck that the Athletics have had this year, you will take anything, won't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, and to top things off, like, after our loss, Houston and Liverpool both won. So it was like, ugh. Turn the table upside down.
There is, it is catch-up mode central.
Yeah. We're going to win some games. Like, I know we're going to win
course,
some games,
yeah.
but it's like, I'm ready to start doing it.
But it's what we
All the boys are, though.
Of course, yeah. But we were talking about earlier how in football it's amazing how a sequence of events can have so many different repercussions. That sounds so stupid to say, but they used let's talk about West Ham as an example, their season. If Sam Allardyce's season ended how it started, he wouldn't have made it past Christmas.
Yeah.
But your fixtures come out a certain way and things get planned a certain way and you it is completely different. And I understand they go, well, they're the same team, they're the same players. No, that's not true because you get a run of form going and belief and you're scoring goals. Everyone's buzzing, they're feeling good about themselves. That is a big, big, big difference in any league at any level.
Oh, yeah. No, momentum and confidence are... People sit and talk about it, but it's such a real thing in a locker room and in a club. Like, I mean, and when you don't have it, winning can become like this. The hardest thing, like every little bounce.
It's like a forward trying to score a goal. Going for a dry run as a forward, you miss all the easy chances in training and just can't get the rubber to green.
The best example that they bring up is with basketball players for me. Like when you're on a cold streak shooting, how the rim just seems like it has a lid on it, or they say it looks like it's smaller. Yeah. Like, can you imagine being a shooter and going cold and just being like, I can't fucking buy a basket right now. Like open look that I make 100 out of 100 and I can't hit that. But yeah, it's those intangible things, just that those mentalities, those approaches that you take to playing and to winning that. Sorry, we're producing the show.
Mix.
Let me get that fader. That was a dope beat.
Skrillex.
We talked about bringing Skrillex here.
What? How does it go? You know what's brilliant is, typically, we'll let all our listeners and our new viewers into a little secret. This show's pretty heavily edited.
Yeah.
Philip's not seen his wife
well,
in
and
7
I live
months.
a fucking weird life. Like, it's weird. But yeah, there's a couple of groups that are wanting to put on concerts here. And one of the guys was like, apparently, let me turn my mic down a little bit. One of the anti-smoking campaigns pays for Skrillex to go around and do these smoke-free events where he just plays concerts. So they pick up the tab for Skrillex coming to play, and it was sort of brought up that it's a possibility for Skrillex to play. I can't.
The field would get destroyed.
So what?
You'd have to throw down those huge, when they put like boards down there.
But yeah, so that was kind of interesting.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I don't. Do you like
get
EDM music?
I don't think you get many people going on that in Tulsa.
Is that a joke? I don't know.
I don't think you would. No, I'm serious.
Really?
I think Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
If he fancied it, his daughter plays soccer in Tulsa, doesn't she?
Yeah, Garth, hook us up, man. We'll look after you. Your daughter was a pretty good goalkeeper, I believe. Went to Oklahoma State, where he went.
So what we could do is.
She was around it. My boy Colin Carmichael up there. Shout out.
There you go. Get in collegiate and appealing to the female soccer fans out there. We are going to talk about the Women's World Cup, don't worry. But could you imagine if Garth Brooks... What would you give Garth Brooks? Season ticket, obviously. Duh. Do you name a goal after him? The Garth Brooks goal. Like when someone scores, one of his songs plays.
Garth Brooks had whatever the fuck he wanted. There are things that I would do for him that I can't even say on the show.
So if
for him to be involved with the club.
So really, we could next year see the Athletics possibly playing uniforms with Garth Brooks' face on them if he plays a concert here.
Sure.
That would be our official appeal right now to the Garth Brooks fan club to make this happen. We have some players on our team that have met him as well from last year.
I've met him before. He's eaten in the restaurant a couple times.
What are you doing? Get him down here to play a show then.
It was 10 years ago, but okay.
Call him up, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Just ring him up, innit?
Just give him a quick buzz on the old telephone.
Garthy.
There he is. He's calling now.
You left your card, Garth, 10 years ago.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll take another quick break, and afterwards we'll talk about Women's World Cup.
That sounds great. Welcome back again to the show that we make from our minds and our mouths.
And our hearts.
And our hearts.
Women's World Cup roundup. The Women's World Cup correspondent, was meant to be here tonight.
Philip.
But she's not.
Not here.
So we will pretend to talk about it again. We won't pretend. We'll actually will.
Yeah, let's talk.
Because now we can't pretend.
Yeah.
Because that would be us just going.
Yeah. Philip, dub some smart words in our mouth.
Just put up subtitles for this bit.
That's right. Sonny speaking French.
What do you you spoke German?
I can speak a little German. I can swear in almost any language.
Swahili?
No, but I do know a bit of Swahili. Mbwana.
What's that mean?
Mshasa. I think basket and airplane, I think. I don't know. It was on that. I had a roommate that stole some, whatchamacallits.
Hearts, lives, cars, guns,
Good
knives,
go. No,
wives.
yep, keep going.
Carpet,
No, that's a language thing.
verbs, syllables, adjectives.
The program for like learning
Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, you got Rosetta Stone, Swahili. Like he just found it online, and I walk in and he's like Mbwana, Mshana, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm learning Swahili. I'm like, what the fuck
In
for?
case you ever need it.
Right, you never know when they'll invade.
What, Zulus?
Zulus.
Proper Zulus come in.
I was wondering why there's no, I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, let's go on to Women's World Cup. Let's just get away from that. That's where it would have been edited. Okay, so Canada are currently playing 1-0 up against Netherlands, which puts them through. What do you make of the host nations' performances so far? Have you seen any of them play?
Yep, I watched the first game. I thought the ref hosted the Chinese, but I think that I could see him. I could see him making a semi, maybe. They made the semi in the Olympics, so that might be a made-up thing. We should have had a correspondent.
That's fine. That's okay. Keep going.
Well, they have Sinclair up top. She's a good finisher.
Yeah.
So
She's been around. Look, she's like their Abby Wambach, right?
Yeah, exactly. She's a cultured forward who actually, to be fair, she played poorly against China. She had a couple chances to put that game away. And then in the second match, they played – who they play?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. And what was that, 4-1?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. No, they drew 0-0.
I like we're
They're
gonna
on 4 points.
we're
No,
gonna
they
talk
drew.
we're gonna talk
They
world,
drew.
we're gonna talk Women's World Cup, and by that we mean we're gonna say some sentences in which the words of
No,
Women's
they
World
drew
Cup
0-0
are-
with New Zealand. They
Oh
drew,
yeah.
The Kiwis,
Oh, that's right.
They
I
draw 0-0.
did see that game as well, and New Zealand looked very good. They looked very good, and they looked like they had a chance to win that game.
What about Germany?
I was actually waiting for the refs to take that game over too, but they
Can't do it 2
they
games in a row. It's
did
too
not.
suspicious. FIFA's got enough heat right now.
Oh, Germany's super group with
Germany-
Thailand and Ivory Coast.
Well, Germany's got an impressive 14 goal difference in 3 games in the World Cup. But, hey, Men's World Cup, like we said before, Germany beat Saudi Arabia 9-0, so we can't mock that. Them and Norway are through. By the way, if you get a chance, look up the goal that Ivory Coast scored today. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great strike. Bends it in top corner.
Also, look up the handball that wasn't called in the last Women's World Cup with Equatorial Guinea. It's incredible.
Oh, when she caught it off the post.
She catches the ball, turns with the ball still in her arms,
Then drops it.
drops the ball, and they play on.
Yeah, that's not like
We'll put that.
arms
We'll put that link to that on the Facebook also.
Okay, and then we got Group C with Japan.
Well, I want to talk about Germany's group real
Oh,
quick
okay.
before we move on, because I think that they need to be careful, because it's one of those groups where if you don't get a test going through the first time you have to play, like they're just cruising right now.
Yeah.
And they are probably top 2 for sure teams in the world.
They drew
But
with
you know,
Norway,
you
though.
want that, like, when we'll get to the U.S.'s group, obviously, but you want those games where you're getting pushed and you're having to work.
Well,
to
the
get
US
results.
are, aren't they? Very much so.
Yeah.
Big game tomorrow against Nigeria. They're forward. She just got Player of the Year in England. The young girl who plays for Liverpool. I can't remember her name. It's not my segment.
Yeah, we don't want to step on any toes.
No, you don't want to be too good.
Michaela.
So USA have a good chance going through. Really, just not got beat. Don't
Yeah,
get beat.
that's what Philip was telling us. They can lose by a goal and they still go through, which is not necessarily a position you want to be in either. You want to go in all cylinders firing and
Of course.
get the job done. And then who do you think is going to come out of that Sweden-Australia game?
I could see the Aussies doing it. Sweden's good, but Australia again just don't lose.
Well, I
It's
think
easier to avoid
Australia's-
losing than it is to try and win.
I think Australia offensively is going to look to probably go forward and attack a little bit more.
Oh, you can't
And-
rest on your laurels, of course.
But the Swedes seem very organized and relaxed.
Yeah.
Like their game against the USA was a fucking snooze fest.
Yeah,
and I'm
boring.
Sorry to
After
say
all
that,
the
but it
talking
was
yeah.
it was boring. And it's funny because Australia are ahead of them in the tables, correct? or is Sweden ahead of them?
Australia.
So what Australia are good at doing, they don't necessarily need to be good at doing,
Exactly.
and what Sweden are good at doing, they don't need to be
Yeah.
good at doing. So that, when you, on paper, that looks like it could maybe be the game of the group right there. Obviously, it's going to determine who goes through the next round, but yeah, that could be a good match.
And we're going to skip through past Brazil's group straight to England's group. England played Colombia.
Look at you, a little nepotism there.
Right. England played. I'm getting time crunch, mate. England played Colombia on Wednesday.
Yep.
They had a good win this weekend. They used to play some good football as well. Really do. They really try and knock the ball out well, but it's that same thing. One pass too short because Colombia just beat France, which was a huge upset.
Yeah, and they look great doing it too.
Another group with everything to play for.
Because this is their first World Cup, correct?
Yeah.
And they just scored their first goal
Yeah.
against Mexico, getting a point that they were proud
Yes,
of.
sir.
I thought those two teams would be absolutely the two sort of non-factors in
Yeah.
the group. I thought it was just a France-England, why are they playing this game first type of deal.
Exactly.
And it turns out that Colombia's in a very good position to go through. I think if they get anything off England, it guarantees them a spot in the next game, right? Or the next round, right?
I think we just did really good reviewing the World Cup then.
I think that your wife needs you to be home like 5 minutes ago.
I'm just saying it was a really, really good World Cup review then.
Agreed.
All right, well,
I
thank you for watching our first video. This was a weird thing to do.
Yeah, go Hereford forever. Moo.
Is that their thing?
That's how I would celebrate.
Hereford, moo.
Or when I scored, I'd go like this. Or here, milk some goals out of it.
And on that note,
Thanks
we will
for
end.
listening.
Thanks for
Special
watching.
thanks to Philip Sumner for productions, as always. We will see you next week.
Thank you for listening to It's Always Sunny in Socerdelphia. Follow us on Twitter at Socerdelphia or email us at itsalwayssunnyinsoccerdelphia@gmail.com. You can also leave us a text or voice message at 539 302 4625. Be sure to subscribe to the pod on iTunes or SoundCloud. You can find the links on our website, alwayssunnypodcast.com.